On the bottom portion பார்த்தோம்னா the bottom portion of the tube is threaded at its external and is open to receive the pressure to be measured. So இங்க pressure நம்ம easier receive பண்ணா this bottom part is being threaded so that it can connect to the other half. எங்க நம்ம இந்த pressure receive பண்ண இந்த deviceல இருந்து வரணும் அது கூட நம்ம connect பண்றதுக்காக. The top portion of the cylindrical tube is closed and has a cap screwed to it. So you having cap screwed to the top part of it. So this is the connector. On the periphery of the top portion of the cylindrical tube are placed two sensing resistance strain gauges. On the cap are placed two temperature compensating strain gauges. So you are going to have the strain gauges. So இது வந்து actually இது top பண்ணி ஏன் சொல்றோம் அப்படின்னாக்கா இதை நம்ம வந்து அப்படியே split பண்ணி இங்க the view has been given. So இப்போ இந்த செல்லுக்குள்ளார என்ன இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறது it's been just ஒரு open view மாதிரி இந்த halfல கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. But actually the strain gauges are being fitted in the top half. So on the cap you will be having the temperature compensating strain gauges. The temperature compensation இனிமே நம்ம பார்ப்போம், needn't worry of it. On the periphery you are going to have the sensing strain gauges, resistance sensing strain gauges. So the pressure to be measured is applied to the open end of the cylindrical tube on the bottom. Due to the pressure the cylindrical tube is strained. So in the cylindrical tube and the overall இதுவே நமக்கு strain ஆகுது, அதனால dimension change ஆகும். இப்போ இந்த டியூப்லயே தான் நம்மளோட strain gauges fit பண்ணிருக்கோம். As the strain gauges are mounted on the cylindrical tube, the dimension of the sensing strain gauges also change proportional to the change in dimension of the cylindrical tube. So என்ன ஆகுது, நம்ம pressure apply பண்றப்போ நம்ம cylindrical tube strain ஆகுது, அதுல fit பண்ணிருக்கிற strain gauge நமக்கு strain ஆகுது. In turn there is going to be a change in the resistance of the strain gauge also. So it's been based on that formula, and the resistance change on the rho LA. The change in the dimension of the cylindrical tube is proportional to the applied pressure. Hence the measurement of the resistance change of the sensing strain gauge becomes a measure of the applied pressure which can be calibrated. So in our applications பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா இந்த cylindrical type pressure cell will be used for medium and high pressure measurement. Whereas இதே கான்செப்ட் யூஸ் பண்ணி சிலிண்ட்ரிக்கலா இல்லாம ஒரு flattened டியூபா இருக்கு நம்மளோட pressure cellனாக்கா you can make use of it in the low pressure measurement. So this is with the cylindrical type pressure cell. This is for the medium and high pressures. இதே concept, the same thing when you are going to make use in the flat நம்ம ஒன்னு எடுத்துக்கிறோம் இதே கான்செப்ட் வச்சுனாக்கா that is for the lower measurements. Now coming into measurement of high pressures. Actually in the medium and high pressures we have seen with the Bourdon tube, but அதை விட high pressure இருக்குனாக்கா what is the device that can be used என்றத நம்ம இப்ப பார்க்க போறோம். Conventional pressure measuring devices like strain gauge pressure cells and the Bourdon tube gauges are used for pressures as high as 70,000 megapascals. So அதையும் விட அதிகமா இருந்தா என்ன பண்ணணும்? Bourdon tubes are nearly round in section and have a high ratio of wall thickness to diameter. So the wall thickness to diameter பார்த்தோம்னா ரொம்ப அதிகமா இருக்கு. So therefore they are quite stiff and deflection per turn is small. So அந்த high heat today இருக்கிறதால நம்ம அந்த pressure கொடுக்கறப்போ அவனோட deflection from that oval to circular மாறினாலுமே அவனோட deflection பார்த்தோம்னா it is comparatively low. So for this reason above the 70,000 MPa the electrical gauges based on the principle of change of resistance with the change in pressure is going to be used. So என்ன கான்செப்ட் அந்த எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் காஜஸ் எப்படி அப்படிங்கிறது தான் we are going to see now. So the basic principle behind this is that it's known that the resistance of the fine wires changes with the pressure according to the following linear relationship: R equal to R1 into 1 plus B del P, where R1 is the resistance at the pressure of 1 atmos and this ordinary in the R1 the resistance of the fine wire change, and B is the pressure coefficient of resistance and del P is the gauge pressure. So இதை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் நம்ம we are going to make use of the Bridgman gauge. A pressure transducer based upon this principle is called as the Bridgman gauge. The sensing element does not actually contact the process medium but is separated there from the kerosene filled bellows. So this is it actually. So the kerosene filled bellows ங்கிறது என்னன்னா இதுதான் நம்மளோட sensing element who is going to sense the pressure. நம்ம வந்து எங்க நம்ம சப்போர்ட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னாக்கா in between the bellows. This bellows is being filled with the kerosene. In the sensing element, we will have two connections. One is connected to the terminal and the other one will be grounded. Grounded na in the earth kudukradhan valiya electrical connections. The sensing element does not actually have contact with the process medium, but it is separated from the kerosene filled bellows. One end of the sensing coil is connected to the central terminal. இதுதான் நம்மளோட sensing coil, one end to the terminal, while the other end is grounded, thereby completing the electrical circuit. So pressure supply இங்க இருக்குது, நம்மளோட sensing element இங்க இருக்கு, has been placed between the bellows which is filled with the kerosene. In the sensing element, one end to the terminal, the other end is grounded. Then this is the high pressure packing la enna அதிகமான pressure இருக்கறதால it's been tightly packed, sealed and மாதிரி. The fine wire used in this type of gauge is the manganese or the gold chrome. Adile manganese it's been preferred. The reason is that it has a pressure coefficient of resistance of 25 into 10 power minus 12 Pascal per minus 1 and the total resistance is around 100 ohms. Although the pressure coefficient resistance of gold க்கு அதே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு, அதால 25 into 10 power minus 12 இங்க 10 into 10 power minus 12 ஒன்றும் பெரிய டிஃபரன்ஸ் இல்லை. It is preferred to manganese in many applications as it has resistance temperature coefficient which is 1/2 of the manganese and therefore its use results in lower errors on account of temperature changes. அதாவது இந்த resistance temperature coefficient வந்து 1/2 of manganese இருக்குது. So its use will result in lower error. So that is why we are going to make use of both manganese எடுத்துக்கலாம், gold chrome எடுத்துக்கலாம், but this is a better one. This gauge claims the following advantages: commercially available with a scale up to pressure of 15 megapascals with accuracies of 0.1 to 0.5. So actually gold is preferred அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு. The reason is that 1/2 it has a resistance temperature coefficient which is 1/2 of manganese and therefore its use results in lower errors on account of the temperature change. So temperature மாறப்போ அதோட resistance to it is only 1/2. So that is why that is preferred. So coming into the last half of this unit, measurement of low or vacuum pressure. The direct methods பார்த்தோம்னா இந்த spiral boron tube, manometer இதெல்லாம் நிறைய வாட்டி பார்த்தாச்சு. So pressure below the atmospheric may be called as a low pressure or the vacuum pressure. The main devices used to measure the vacuum pressures are two methods. One is the direct, the other one is indirect. Direct methods பார்த்திருக்கோம், so அதை திரும்ப இங்க repeat பண்ண போறதில்ல. We are going to see with the indirect method, அதுலயும் மெயினா McLeod gauge. So that's the very important question over here. McLeod gauge கொஞ்சம் வேகமா தான் போறேன். The principle of working of all the McLeod gauge is the compression of a sample of the low pressure gas to a pressure sufficiently high to read with sample manometer. So compression of the sample of the low pressure gas. So இங்க low pressure vacuum pressure க்கு தான் இது பண்ணலையா, you are going to compress it to a pressure sufficiently high to read with the sample manometer. So இருக்கிற அந்த sample manometerல you are going to pressurize it and then you are going to compress பண்ணி அந்த pressure அதிகம் பண்ணி then you are going to read the answer. The McLeod gauge consists of a system of glass tubing in which a known volume of the gas at unknown pressure is trapped and then isothermally compressed. So pressure actually you are going to measure the low pressure. ஆனா அந்த low pressure compress பண்றோம்னா என்ன ஆகும், pressure rise ஆகும். So you are going to rise it and then you are going to find out the answer. So this is the McLeod gauge. So the unknown vacuum and then we are in the reference capillary. This is the measuring capillary. And then the plunger, for which the reason for the plunger is that to raise the thing or for the compression. This amplifies the unknown pressure. So this amplifies na the compression control and compressing. So இதனோட continuity தான் அங்க பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். Isothermally compressed by a rising column. This amplifies the unknown pressure and allows it to measure by conventional manometers. நம்மளோட conventional manometers. The plunger is withdrawn, lowering the mercury level below the opening. So first initially என்ன பண்ணிருக்கோம், plunger வந்து release பண்ற மாதிரி, it is being withdrawn, lowering the mercury level below the opening. So here is our mercury. You are going to lower it below this opening. இதுதான் நம்மளோட opening இல்லையா? So இந்த opening level விட you are going to lower the mercury level by this plunger action. So the plunger is withdrawn, lowering the mercury level below the opening, thereby admitting the gas at the unknown pressure P into the system. So the unknown pressure is going to be sent by doing this action. So இதே system தான், but just when there's going to be a change in the level, அதுக்காக two different diagrams. Let V be the volume of the gas admitted into the measuring capillary bulb and into the tube down to the opening. So you are going to pass some amount of gas. So யாரோட pressure கண்டுபிடிக்கணுமோ அவங்களோடது into the measuring capillary bulb and into the tube down. So here's your measuring capillary bulb இருக்குது, and then the opening, and parallelly you are having the reference capillary also. Let be the volume of the gas admitted into the measuring capillary bulb outside tube. The bulb and the measuring capillary are then at the same pressure. The reason is that because of the vacuum source. The plunger is then pushed in. இவ்வளோ நேரம் என்ன release பண்ணி தான் first அந்த லெவலை நம்ம கம்மி பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணியிருந்தோம். Now the plunger is then pushed in and the mercury level goes up, sealing off a gas sample of known volume V in the bulb and the measuring capillary. So now you can see that everything is going to be raised. So இப்போ என்ன ஆகுது அப்படிங்கிற concept. The unknown pressure is calculated using the Boyle's law as follows. இதுக்கப்புறம் வர்றது வேற வழி இல்லை. You have to learn it. P into V equal to P suffix C, PC, ACH. So P is the unknown pressure that you are going to find out, and V is the volume of the gas. So sealing of a gas sample of the known volume V. So known volume of V, that is the V, where PC is the pressure of gas in the measuring capillary tube, and AC is the area of cross section of the measuring capillary tube, and PC is given by the formula P plus H into rho m. H is height of the mercury column, rho m is density of the mercury. So all these things, P into V equal to P plus H into rho m into ACH. PV equal to P, அதாவது we are going to separate it, PACH plus H2 rho m AC. This is actually 2 times the H இல்லையா, H இங்க ஒரு H இருக்கு, இங்க ஒரு H இருக்கு, so this is H square. Then you are going to bring these two elements which is having the P on one side, P into V minus ACH, which is equal to H square rho m AC. Therefore P equal to, you are going to bring this to the denominator side, actually the denominator side, அதாவது P equal to PM into AC into H square divided by, your divided symbol divided by V minus ACH. So if the AC into H is very much less than V, if this is going to be very much less than V, then you can just neglect this. So P will be equal to PM AC H square divided by V alone. The divided symbol கொஞ்சம் மிஸ் ஆயிடுச்சு, அது பார்த்துக்கோங்க. So this much of Pascal's pressure. Advantages: it is an absolute instrument suitable for calibrating the low pressure. The gauge is not influenced by the composition of the gas. Limitation பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா lack of continuous output reading, not suitable on systems where the mercury cannot be tolerated. This thing, if possible, I will give a clear data in the denominator actually இருக்கிற மாதிரி. So pressure into volume equal to the P plus H into rho m. So rho suffix m and A suffix C, all those things proper எங்கேயாவது ஒரு பிடிஎஃப்ல கிடைச்சா just send it. As of now இதை வச்சு கொஞ்சம் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Then this is the concept. So initially you can see that plunger rise பண்ணிட்டு then இந்த லெவலை விட நம்ம மெர்க்குரி லெவலை கம்மியாக பண்ணி போகிறோம். Then you are going to send the pressure down. So all this will be involved. உங்களோட measuring capillary, bulb, volume, everything will be involved. I mean bulb and then the opening, everything will be involved. Then you having the reference capillary. Then finally you are going to find out the volume of the volume of gas நம்ம எவ்வளோ அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கோமோ அதை வச்சுட்டு you are going to find out the pressure and you will be making use of this formula. So the last part அப்படின்னாக்கா pressure transmitter. A pressure transducer, also called as a pressure transmitter. It is a transducer that converts pressure into an analog electrical signal. So transducer, one state and another state, converting the pressure into the electrical signal. Although there are various types of pressure transducers, one of the most common is the strain gauge based transducer. So strain gauge fit panna or a pressure sensing device. The conversion of the pressure into an electrical signal is achieved by the physical deformation of strain. The concept எல்லாம் இதே தான் பாருங்க. ஸோ அதனால் வேகமாக தான் போகிறேன். ஸோ ப்ரெஷரை நம்ம சப்ளை பண்ணோன்னே என்ன போகுது, டிஃபர்மேஷன் நடக்க போகுது. இன் டர்ன் this is going to have the electrical connections. So the conversion of pressure into the electrical signal is being done by the strain gauge. So and the strain gauge is being bonded to the diaphragm. So on the diaphragm தான் நம்மளோட ப்ரெஷரை பொறுத்து அதை மேலேயோ கீழேயோ எக்ஸ்பேண்டோ இல்லைனா கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆக போகுது. And in turn it is being wired into the Wheatstone bridge configuration. So இந்த Wheatstone bridge எல்லாம் ஏற்கனவே படிச்சிருப்பீங்க, பட் இருந்தாலும் நம்ம அந்த that thing will be learning it again, so needn't worry. Pressure applied to the pressure transducer produces a deflection of the diaphragm, which introduces strain to the gauges. The strain will produce an electrical resistance change proportional to the pressure. So the functional principle of the resistive pressure transmitter is very simple. The pressure sensor converts the mechanical pressure valve into a proportional electrical signal. So pressure sense பண்ணிட்டு it will convert that pressure into the electrical signal. The pressure sensor typically consists of a stable main body and a diaphragm. Diaphragm is the most important element for the measurement of the pressure and is equipped with a strain sensitive and a compression sensitive resistance structure, so called the strain gauges. So the DMS, so this DMS is actually the diaphragm monitoring system. So on the diaphragm monitor பண்றத பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் நம்ம இங்க it's going to sense it and it's going to give the results. So diaphragm is the most important element for the measurement of the pressure and it is equipped both with the strain sensitive and the compression sensitive. So expand ஆனாலும் சரி, actually strain ஆனாலே expansion, compression, everything is involved. But pressure அப்படிங்கிறப்ப you are going to என்ன சொல்றது, pressure is being given. ஆனால் compressionங்கிறது என்ன, it's like நம்ம push பண்ண போறோம். And compression sensitive resistance structure, so called the strain gauges, the diaphragm monitoring system. The diaphragm is deflected under the influence of the pressure, thus the strain gauges attached to it are elongated or compressed. So when the pressure is being given, you are having the strain gauges. நம்மளோட diaphragm இது. So diaphragm நமக்கு இங்க pressure கொடுத்தோன்னே it's been அந்த structure நமக்கு C நேச்சர்ல மேலே elongate ஆகுது. அப்படி நம்ம கொடுக்குறப்போ இந்த இடத்துல நம்ம ஃபிட் பண்ணிருக்கிற strain gauge is being fully strained. But in the corner இந்த L shape வர்ற இடத்துல பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா it is being bent like this. So it is feeling like a compression on the top. So both அதனால தான் சொல்றது அந்த strain sensitive நமக்கு அந்த expanding இதுவும் இருக்குது இந்த compressing நேச்சரும் நமக்கு ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது. The diaphragm is deflected under this pressure, thus the strain gauges attached to it are elongated or compressed and its electrical resistance will change. So அப்போ நேச்சுரலாக இது கூட நம்ம இந்த ஸ்ட்ரெயினோ கம்ப்ரெஷனோ ஃபீல் ஆகிறப்போ அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி the resistance will also change. This change in resistance is directly proportional to the pressure. For example, if the resistors are wired to a Wheatstone measuring bridge, the resulting electrical signal can be measured and transferred to an indicator. So this concept இது நம்ம எங்க வேணா ஃபிட் பண்ணலாம், எந்த டிவைஸ் கூட, எந்த pressure device வேணுமோ அது கூட. The last part is a pressure transmitter that measures the pressure in the liquid, fluid or gas. இது ஏற்கனவே உங்களுக்கு நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன். This device. So யாருக்கு pressure நம்ம இது பண்ணோமோ it will be connected by means of a tube. So இங்க pressure supply ஆனா straight away it will give the reading. Pressure transmitters are commonly used to measure pressure inside of an industrial machinery in order to alert the user before a catastrophe occurs. So ஏதாவது ப்ராப்ளம் நடக்கிறது முன்னாடி என்ன ப்ரெஷர் இருக்குதுன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்காக they have many different uses, most of which are industrial or automotive in nature. A pressure transmitter is easily recognized as it is a round gauge with various colors that represent the different pressure levels. Actually இப்போ நமக்கு straight இங்க you are getting that numerical reading, but அந்த dial gauge fit பண்ணி இந்த pressure இந்த level and இந்த level na it's normal, like yellow, green, red. Yellow is okay, sorry, green is okay, yellow na கொஞ்சம் alert ஆனோம், and then red na stop பண்ணணும். அது மாதிரி நமக்கு ஒரு டயல் இருக்கும், அந்த டயலை to just point out என்ன pressure maintain ஆயிட்டு இருக்குங்கிறத அதை பேஸ் பண்ணி you can say whether it's working or not. So they are used in wide variety of applications, used in machinery to warn the machine operators of high pressure level before a disaster takes place. Pressure transmitters also ensure that machines do not apply too much or too little pressure during the production. Can be used in conjunction with other devices to measure the depth, altitude, water flow, even pressure loss. So disadvantages பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னாக்கா, although pressure transmitters is advantages, they also have several disadvantages. They are often expensive. This differs for each version and usually difficult to find. So திடீர்னு அந்த ஏரியாக்கு மட்டும் ப்ரெஷரை சொல்லுதா, இப்போ ஓவரால் ஒரு பெரிய இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் எங்கேயாவது ஃபிட் பண்ணோம்னா இது எதை பற்றி சொல்லுது அப்படின்னு சம்டைம்ஸ் நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம். So with this, this unit has been over. கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு வேகமாக தான் போனேன், but no other way I have to complete it. So we have seen with this McLeod gauge. So McLeod gaugeக்கு இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் ஒரு பெட்டரான இது PDF, I think நான் அனுப்பிச்ச அந்த இதில் PDFல இருக்கும், அப்படி இல்லைன்னா மறுபடியும் வேணா நான் அனுப்பி வைக்கிறேன். But this is a very very important question. And next importantனு பார்த்தோம்னா இந்த diaphragm பேஸ் பண்ணி நம்ம படிச்ச இந்த transmitters. And finally we've seen with அந்த industrial யூஸ் பண்ற இந்த ordinary pressure measuring device. So for today this is enough, and we have completed with our unit related to the last one, temperature and pressure. Thank you.